Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Iris and I'm a master's student from Portugal, and this is the booktube newbie tag. So I thought I would start this channel by doing the booktube newbie tag, and the first question is, why did you start this channel? So I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel for years now. I checked a few days ago actually, and really years. And originally I didn't want to start a booktube channel because I didn't even know booktube existed until last year, but I wanted to start a YouTube channel and it was actually going to be about music. So last year I got obsessed with booktube after I found out about it, and I love watching people discuss their thoughts about books, and I don't know, it's really interesting and I love the community, so I thought I should give it a go, and yeah, decided to start a booktube channel. But I still love music and I also still love art, and yeah, more about that in the next question anyway. Next question is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to booktube? So, first of all, I used to read a lot when I was a kid, but then, I don't know, I didn't exactly stop reading. I would read like 1 or 2 books a year, but I wasn't reading as much as when I was a kid, so a lot of the popular books that everyone loves, I haven't read yet. So, if you want to watch me reading your favorite books, that will probably happen because there are a lot of popular books that I want to get to. And next thing that is not so much about booktube but about my channel, I'm also definitely gonna include music and art in this channel because those are two things I really love. I play the piano and I also like to sing, and I love to draw and paint, so those things are definitely gonna be part of this channel. The next question is, what are you most excited for about this new channel? So, firstly, if this is going to be a booktube channel, I'm mostly excited about books and to talk about books and read books, and I already do that. I've been reading a lot, 2020 and 2021. I read a lot, and so I already love reading books, and it's going to be even more fun if I can discuss those books with other people and talk about my opinions, what I liked, what I didn't like. So I'm definitely excited about that, and also share my music and my art, since this is gonna be also part of the channel. Question 4 is, why do you love reading? So, firstly, I love reading because I love getting immersed in a world that isn't my world, especially because the world right now kind of sucks. So, getting immersed in a different world with so many different things, different characters, it's amazing. And I also love meeting the new characters, and especially if it's a series, watching their growth and development throughout the whole series, and also to live what they feel, because most things they're feeling I wouldn't feel in my normal life, especially if it's like in a world with magic and magical creatures, which I love reading about. Yeah, I love experiencing things that I would never experience in the normal world. Question 5 is, what books or series got you into reading? So, the truth is I don't really know, because I don't remember starting to read, I just remember reading when I was younger. I just remember that I loved to read. And there was a series of books that was called Uma Aventura, which was Portuguese and translated is an adventure. I loved reading that series. It was about a bunch of kids trying to solve mysteries, and I know that I was obsessed with those books.
So I went into my attic and I actually found some of these books, and here they are. And in the title, they all started by an adventure, and then they had a different continuation. So, for example, this first one is An Adventure in the Amazon. This is An Adventure in Easter Break. Then On the Boar's Path. Then in the Haunted House. In the Deserted Island. And then finally on TV.
And then I also know that I read a series that was called The Chronicles of Spiderwick, I think. That was about a group of siblings that had gone to a old house. I don't know if it was in their family. Honestly, I don't remember exactly. But I know that they found like a hidden library or something in the house, and there were a lot of magical creatures, and I know that there was a movie, and I loved that story. So they didn't get me into reading, I think, but I loved both those series.
So they were actually called the Spiderwick Chronicles and not the Chronicles of Spiderwick. And the first book was The Field Guide. Second, The Seeing Stone. This third one was Lucinda's Secret. The fourth was The Ironwood Tree. And the fifth and last one was The Wrath of Mulgarath.
And then, after like my reading slump that lasted for I don't know how many years, last year I started reading again, and it was actually after watching the Witcher series. A friend and I were talking about reading the books. So reading the first Witcher book was actually what got me into reading again in 2020. Next question is, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? Okay, so I have a lot of booktubers I love. I'm sure I'm gonna forget someone.
Guess what? I did forget. And the best part was that I actually had written down who I wanted to talk about, and I still forgot. But the booktubers whose videos I always watch are Chloe from Books with Chloe, Kevin from The Irish Reader, Noelle, Kat from Paperback Dreams, Isabella from Throne of Pages, Gabby from Gabby Reads, Chandler, Joel from Fictional Fates, and Murphy.
They're really what got me into booktube, and I'm obsessed with their videos. And what would I ask them? Probably, what do they love most about reading? What are their all-time favorite characters? And also, like, what got them into reading in the first place? I think that's interesting. Even though I don't know really what book got me into reading myself, it would be interesting to know what book got them into reading. Question number 7 is, what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? So, the reason why I haven't started a YouTube channel first is because I have commitment issues. I love doing all of these things, but I go through phases, right? There are phases where I spend a lot of time drawing or painting, then there are phases I spend a lot of time playing the piano and singing, and there are phases I spend a lot of time reading, and there are phases I spend a lot of time writing, and I just go through phases. I don't commit to a particular hobby, and yeah, I don't mean that in the it will be hard to overcome in a negative way. I think that it will help me commit, and I hope that it will help me commit, and that's one of the reasons why I'm starting this channel. I want to actually commit and do it. Question number 8 is, when did you start reading? So as I said, I don't remember when I started reading. I just remember reading a lot when I was younger. And I remember when I was really little and I didn't know how to read yet. And my mom would read to me and I would actually memorize the books. So she would read to me and sometimes I would complete sentences. So yeah, I was obsessed with books back then too. And I don't know, I guess I just started reading as soon as I could read because I really don't remember starting. Question 9 is, where do you read? So sometimes I will read in my bed, sometimes I will read on the couch, but mostly I read at my desk because I have back pain, really bad back pain, and sitting on the couch is not a good idea.
So I don't really have anything actually relevant to say right now. I just wanted to say that I am 22, but I have the bones, joints, and agility of a 90-year-old person, and hence the back pain.
Question 10 is, what kind of books do you like to read? So I read mostly, I would say, fantasy, thrillers. I definitely read horror too. I love horror. Science fiction. Science fiction, fantasy, horror, and thrillers are the kinds of books I love to read. The last question is, what does your book collection look like? So here, in these 2 cubes, I have mainly some of the books I read last year and this year, and there are some books behind those. Let me get them. This is a science fiction series that I also read last year. So yeah, here are mainly some of the books I read last year and this year, and the books I had when I was a kid are upstairs in the attic. I can show them to you right now. So these are all the books I read when I was a kid and early teenager, I guess, because Like these books I definitely read when I was an early teenager, and I read romance.
So I was emphasizing that I read romance when I was a teenager because after filming this video, I actually filmed another one talking about all the books I've read in 2021 so far. And in that video, I said that I don't really read much romance right now, and I guess I forgot that that wasn't for this video. But yeah, anyway, I don't really read much romance right now, and apparently I read romance when I was a teenager. And I guess that's the point I was trying to make here.
Like, I read romance. Who was I?
Also, apparently, I did read popular books when I was a teenager because Twilight series and Divergent series are both on those shelves.
So yeah, those are all the questions for the booktube newbie tag, and that's it for this week's video. Next week I will be recapping all the books I've read in 2021 so far, and also talk about some of the books I expect to read in the next month. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!